Ugo Monye is a rugby player, of course, who has played many times for England, has faced New Zealand and South Africa. Astonishing victory over New Zealand. But was there a point earlier, beforehand, that you thought, yeah, they can do it?
Absolutely. I think it was Owen Farrell in the way in which they kind of responded to the haka. The haka's a really emotive thing that they use to be able to, what they call, lean upon their manner, which is their spirit, almost their ancestral spirit. And seeing Owen Farrell's face just smirking at it, I think the haka can do one of two things. It can intimidate you or it can invigorate you. And looking at that picture there, he is stepping up to the task. He is the England captain. And I think for every England fan within the stadium and back home, they see that face of confidence and they probably thought that we're going to be in for a good day. Perhaps not thinking it would be as good as what it was, but what a complete performance it really was.
And looking ahead to the final now, out of the two, Wales and South Africa, England will be happy. I mean, we all wanted to see an England-Wales final, but I think with the pressure of Wales, would England be happier playing South Africa, do you think, in the final?
I genuinely believe they'd be happy with anyone because of their performance levels that they've been able to set. They know if that they can apply their game onto the pitch for 80 minutes, they can beat anyone in the world. They've just toppled off the very best team in the world who've set the standards for over a decade. England and Wales have this tribal, kind of horrible relationship. They really do. They're familiar foes from in the Six Nations. They lost to Wales earlier on this year. However, the South Africans, they're deserved to be in the World Cup final. They come with an almighty, powerful game. It was a really tight affair, an ugly affair, it really was. But you've got to credit for the South Africans about being diligent with their game plan. Their kick chase game was absolutely outstanding. And Eddie Jones keeps talking about these small margins. Well, it really was the finest of margins in this game, which allowed them to be able to come away with the victory and get into their second World Cup, the last time they were in a World Cup final in 2007.
Yeah, a lot of people said South Africa played a sort of a boring sort of rugby game, really. Will they be able to do that against England? England won't tolerate that, will they?
Yeah, I mean, boring rugby's in an interesting way. It was boring aesthetically, but there's nothing boring about losing. When you get into a final, no one remembers the style of winning. They just remember the way in which you lifted that trophy. Will South Africa have to be better? Absolutely. They'll have to go leaps and bounds way beyond what they showed on Sunday. For this England team, can they get better? Of course they can. I mean, that's the best performance I think we've seen from an England team in many, many a year. If they're able to reach those levels again or even up it, there's only one winner.
And who are the standout players for you, Ugo, from the England side?
Well, there's been a few. Let's start with the captain, Owen Farrell. Incredible leader. I mean, he got a horrible dead leg within the game, but he just showed his true warrior spirit by staying on. Carl Sinclair, tight head number 3. He's been an outstanding character as well as a player, the best tight head in the world. And then I look at what Eddie Jones has called his kamikaze twins, 6 and 7, Tom Curry and Sam Underhill. They've been exceptional. I mean, they're in their early 20s and playing at a world-class level. So they're probably the 4 standout players for me so far.
I mean, I love watching the psychology of sport, and I thought there was two big differences in the semi-finals. When England won, there was a quick sort of lap of honour, and they were off the pitch pretty quickly. South Africa won, and it was like they'd won the final. I mean, South Africa were like... And it feels like England still feel there's a job to be done. We haven't done anything yet, whereas South Africa feel like, oh, it's great, you know, we're in the final.
I think I mean, obviously both sides are thrilled to be there, but I think you're absolutely right. You can read so much from the body language. And the England team, of course, they enjoyed the moment, but it was a case of, you know, we're here. We haven't won anything yet. Although what they've achieved is remarkable, they know they've got another job to do. There's another 7 days, a massive 80 minutes ahead, and they are firm favourites. I genuinely believe they've got one hand on the trophy as we sit here.
VAR is very controversial in football, and we saw it in play over the weekend. How is TMO working out in the rugby?
I think people need to understand that it's taken us a few years to get to a point where we're fairly content and happy with it, and we still get decisions wrong. The fact is the TMO isn't a robot, it's still a human making those decisions, so we are going to see human error. This is a decision that was ruled out at the weekend. It was dubious, could have gone either way. I had loads of comments. I'm an Arsenal fan, so I couldn't believe what I was watching yesterday.
There we go. I'm a Palace fan, I'm afraid, Ugo. So VAR was one of our best players yesterday against you.
I honestly believe fans need to be patient. I love the way in which we work here. We can see Nigel Owens and the conversation which he's having with his TMO. is open to everyone. I think
That's the key difference, isn't it, I think?
Because it's got to be inclusive. I don't think you can be sat there in the football stands for 2 minutes not understanding what decision they're looking at.
It's not great for the game, I don't think.
It's not, no. It doesn't add to the tempo and the drama of the game.
I was perfectly happy yesterday.
Brilliant.
Ugo, great to see you. Will you be out there on Saturday?
Unfortunately not, but I mean, it's live and exclusive, obviously on ITV. I think they're actually going to have a massive screen up at Twickenham Stadium, so I'll be there with hopefully thousands of England supporters cheering the team on.
Early doors. Coverage starts at 8 o'clock in the morning.
God,
Fantastic
amazing.
to see you.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much.